Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And I want to congratulate you on your nomination, Congressman Mulvaney. It was an honor to serve with you in the United States House as well. I share Senator Langford's comments as well, the respect that you had in the House. I'm grateful that your wife, Pamela, one of the triplets, James, is here today as well. I'm the father of 4 children. And I think sometimes up here in this job, we lose sight of the forest because the trees get in the way. And you said in the first question on your questionnaire, it says, did the president-elect give you any specific reasons why he nominated you to be the next director of the Office of Management and Budget? And you answered it, when President-elect Trump announced my nomination, he noted that our nation is nearly $20 trillion in debt. If you stop by my office in Hart 320, you'll see the debt clock. Every Montanan that walks in my office sees that. Every person that walks in my office sees that. I think what Senator Johnson pointed out earlier, this chart that shows what's going to happen here in our debt. We're going to add $10 trillion to our debt over the course of the next 10 years. And then the 10 years following that, we're going to add another $28 trillion. That's $60 trillion all in between now and the year 2035 of debt. That's staggering when we think about it. And as Senator Paul mentioned, in fact, I met Admiral Mullen's son this weekend when he did say the most significant threat to our nation, Admiral Mullen, who was the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and I went back and Googled it, he doubled down, he tripled down on the statement, said the most significant threat to our national security is our debt, coming from the former chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. We spoke in my office, Congressman, in great detail. I know you know the importance of balancing a budget, but unlike hardworking families in this country, Congress is not required to pass a balanced budget. In my home state of Montana, our legislature is meeting as we speak. I did not serve in the legislature. I was 28 years in the private sector. I know when I'm in the private sector, I had to produce a budget that not only balanced, but revenues need to exceed expenses. That's called profit. But in my state of Montana, it's constitutionally required that the state balance its budget. But year after year up here in Washington, D.C., we continue to leverage the future of our children, James's future, your triplets' future, with an unsustainable fiscal path. And there will be a day when the piper is going to have to be paid. That's why for the 3rd Congress in a row, I've introduced a simple bill. It's very simple. It simply states this: if members of Congress can't pass a balanced budget, then they shouldn't get paid. We need to put the pain back on the members of Congress. It's the way it works when you're in business. It's the way it works in the real world. It doesn't work that way up here. Congressman, I know we spoke about my bill, and that was referred to this very committee, in fact. Do you support my bill?
I do, Senator. Thank you for the question. I want to make one thing perfectly clear: is that if I'm confirmed, I will no longer be a voting member of the legislature. So, if I may, I'd couch it in different terms, which is that if your bill were to become law, and it comes down to OMB, as all bills do, they go to OMB for review before presentation to the president. I would give the president the unqualified recommendation that he sign that into law.